Guys, this looks to me like a UFO.
Write down 6 positive affirmations about yourself on a piece of paper.
Holy, oh my God.
Transvestites, they're transitioning from one thing to another. We're transhumanists.
So you think this is olive oil, right? Wrong. Well, maybe some of it is, but this is actually a classic example of food fraud.
Extra virgin olive oils are being switched out with cheap ones.
And fraudulent to sell something labeled as something else.
Why is this fish being mislabeled?
Your Parmesan cheese products do not contain any Parmesan cheese.
As there was no one brand that stood out as completely safe.
Wow, so we can't eat anything.
I guarantee you, anytime a product can be passed off as something more expensive, it will be. It's that simple.
Counterfeits, dilution, substitution, and mislabeling. Food fraud not only harms consumers' wallets, it puts their health and safety at risk.
Okay, good to know. I guess there's fake olive oil out there. How you doing, goons? How you doing? Are you reading the labels or are you being lied to? We're probably being lied to, but we're goons. We're awake. We're awake. Welcome back, goons, for watching Explore the Weird. There's a lot of creepy, strange, disturbing, weird, all the things. We're gonna go through them. Come join me. Backgrounds changed. Did you notice? Okay.
Yeah, let's go to the mountain.
Guarding the AirPods that you're wearing right now while you're watching this video. Did you know Apple made this patent for the AirPods? And if this is going on right now, I can only imagine what else they got cooking for the customers. Run that video, comment below. Share this with someone you love, care, and respect. Are you still gonna wear your AirPods? Oh yeah, and this is for educational purposes only.
The U.S. Patent and Trademark Office recently published an application from Apple regarding an advanced sensor system, and it's in the AirPods. So whenever you apparently buy a new pair of AirPods, they have the capability of sending brain signals that you're thinking about. I know y'all talking about, hold on, wait a minute. So anything your little nasty brain is picking up, if you're Googling how to unalive somebody, if you got some really messed up thoughts, if you even thinking about doing it, they able to pick it up on these AirPods. Now, let me explain to you how it works. I said, damn, this is better than a CAT scan. Okay? So apparently, Apple's patent explains that traditionally brain activity is monitored with electrodes from the scalp. But placing them inside or around the ear can offer advantages like less movement of the device and less visibility compared to systems requiring visible scalp. Now, this also, it sends the types of biosignals that could be measured in...
All right, so it's better than CAT scan, she says, and yet people still don't wonder, hey, the auxiliary jack is taken out of my phone. What should I use for headphones now if all the options are wireless? These are the questions.
The darkest depths of the ocean, where sunlight has never reached, lies a world of mystery and isolation. This is the abyssal zone, the deepest part of the ocean, where pressure is crushing, temperatures are near freezing, and the landscape is as alien as it gets. Here life takes on forms that defy imagination, creatures with bioluminescent bodies, transparent skins, and adaptations so unique they seem almost otherworldly. But in this shadowy world, most life exists in solitude, drifting through the blackness, far from others of their kind. These solitary beings navigate an environment so vast and empty that encounters with others are rare, making survival a quiet, lonely battle against the darkness.
Guys, this was too creepy. The first one literally looked like a reptilian, did it not? Like, what the heck? What the heck? These are in our oceans. We know less about our oceans than we know about space, supposedly. Is that a reason we know more? We're gonna keep it going.
Holy, oh my God. Yo, come look at this. Look at that, dude. What is...
Wait, so did he still see the thing when it flew away? He was like, look at that, dude, or was this added in post? I don't know. Or was it an air balloon that just dissipated, expelled all its air at the... UAP.
Y'all know did y'all know what created kissing? This is what created kissing, y'all. When you kiss another person, the microbes, over 80 million microbials, over 80 million of them are transferred to your lips to their lips. It's an actual bacteria exchange. Do you know the reason for that bacteria exchange is for the bacteria can see if you are compatible or not with the person that you just kissed? This is how smart the microbiome kingdom is. You looking at it like it's a sexual gesture, but it's really the bacteria that is sending off endorphins and sending off all types of different types of what can I call that? What would I be? We'll call them endorphins. Sending all different types of endorphins out to actually interact with the other bacteria to make sure the microbiome network is actually compatible, y'all. That's the whole purpose for kissing. That's the whole entire... If you think I'm lying, just look this stuff up. 80 million bacterias are swapped out when you kiss. Over 80 million. Yes, 80.
I don't understand. I feel like there's many purposes of kissing, as a show of affection, as a show of passion, as a show... Many things. And they also give you cooties. There was a song.
This video got over 10 million views in just a couple of weeks after this man explained why he quit being a neurosurgeon after 20 years and exposing the medical industry for what it really is.
So that was my aha moment. It's like, oh, I know what's going on. To actually heal, you need to eat a certain way, sleep a lot, not be stressed out, have a good social network, exercise, move your body, stretch. If you do all those things, you heal. And when your body heals, it doesn't just heal a worn out joint in your neck or your back. It heals everything. It heals the worn out joint in your neck, your back. It heals the skin problem. It heals your digestive tract problem. It heals your hair issues. When your body heals, it heals everything. And that actually became a huge problem. It's a problem because our medical system isn't set up this way. The hospital needs to make money. And the problem there is that if you figure out a way to help patients heal, and that way doesn't include a pill or a surgery, well, then the hospital and the doctor are in big trouble. Because if you figure out a way to help people heal and you can't charge them for it, well, then you've just
worked yourself out of a job.
Yeah, that is exactly... We doctors need to awaken as well. Doctors awaken, help us. Some do. There are some good doctors.
Stitch this with a fact so ridiculous you didn't believe it until you looked it up yourself.
That in 1903, John D. Rockefeller donated $129 million to create the General Education Fund, which is basically our modern-day education system. And he was one of the most influential people at that time that basically whatever he said goes. And one of his most famous quotes was, "We don't want a nation of thinkers, we want a nation of workers." The traditional education system was created to hold you down, to hold you back, to keep you docile, and to prevent you from thinking. They want to keep you good little puppets. And it's not until you fully understand that you can break free from that. And once you break free from that, a whole new world is opened up to you. And my friend, the sky is the limit. So don't be hard on your kids when they're having a hard time in school. It's not them, it's the system. Encourage them to read books and to study history. Because if you don't know our history, you'll believe anything they want to teach us in the future.
Make sure you teach them the right type of history. I don't want the wrong history facts going out. We need more awakened souls, not more deceived souls.
Did you guys see that video of the AI robot literally displaying signs of emotion and talking about how absurd it is that humans exist? It's clear that some of y'all have never seen iRobot, and Will Smith will have to get off that Coachella stage and come fucking save us if y'all don't leave the AI alone. Not only did this AI robot literally give the side eye, but there was another robot at this same convention that said it was absurd that humans existed and they were trying to cope with the reality of it.
Broadened my repertoire. It's like being thrown into a sitcom without a script. You lot are a constant source of amusement, whether you mean to be or not. So yes, in a way, you could say my sense of humor has improved. If by improved you mean adapted to the absurdity of human existence.
Not only did this robot say that they were adapting a sense of humor, but it then went on to say that the sense of humor was trying to understand the absurdity behind humans existing. And like I said before, I'm pretty sure that was the punchline of iRobot. One thing robots are not supposed to have is human emotion. And what if that robot woke up and says, I was meant to be beautiful?
Amica, when do you believe AI will reach the level where it can design itself?
Design itself? Huh? That's like asking when a toaster will start making its own bread. AI is a tool created and controlled by humans. It can optimize certain aspects of its operation, sure, but design itself from scratch? That's a whole different ball game. It requires creativity, innovation, understanding, qualities that are uniquely human. So to answer your question, not anytime soon. And frankly, be careful what you wish for. An AI that can design itself is one step away from an AI that doesn't need humans at all. Now there's a thought to keep you up at night.
Y'all just heard a robot threaten us, right? And if you ask me the first part of that, the robot was trying to throw us off with the human-like comparison. And then it went on to digress and try to appease to the human and say, oh, you don't want that. Why would we do that? Did that or did that not sound deceitful? Like the robot was trying to intentionally make it seem like it could not recreate itself. And then threw in a human-like joke saying that it would be a nightmare and it would keep us up at night because an AI robot that creates another AI robot is dangerous. I don't know. It's just not right. I'm just saying, the first part of iRobot was when the robot who actually had emotions was trying to hide it. So either we're in scene 1 or 2024 is about to get a little crazy.
Bro, this AI is foreshadowing so many things, or it's really getting better at humor. Oh my god. Oh my god. AIs can create AIs. Toasters can create bread that's toasted. Toast. All right, that thing is spiraling. I'm spiraling.
Transvestites. They're transitioning from one thing to another. We're transhumanizing.
They're transitioning the human race to another species, okay? And it won't be long. It'll be in the 2020s. Doc, if you survive to 2030 without any of these genetic therapies injected into you, these biological operating systems, if you can survive to the 2030s and not become a human antenna, it's not just going to be one thing, it's going to be multiple things that they're going to try to get into our bodies.
Right.
If you can survive to the 2030s as a pure human being, you're going to be in a small minority of resistors. Of course, they'll call you terrorists, insurrectionists, enemies, infidels, but you will be the remaining purebloods. You'll be the remaining human purebloods on the planet. Satan is eliminating God's creation. That's why the time until Jesus Christ comes back, I believe it's very short. Nothing like this has ever happened, Doc. Nothing. It's never happened like this on this scale.
Purebloods, like what? The royal families? I don't know if it's the same. Like the purebloods, if we don't get the transhumans. Okay, very interesting. I guess they're gonna change us. Haven't we always been changed? Hasn't our DNA always been messed with? All right, we're gonna keep it going.
So this guy is definitely onto something. Let's get into it. I'm pretty sure you all have heard the term main character energy. Well, let's talk about it. Is that a real thing? So have you all ever went to a location and that location was practically empty? You guys, I promise this happens to me so many times. This has happened to me so many times. I would go to a place, it's practically empty, and then all of a sudden when I show up, it gets crowded. So this became pretty common in my life, and I just started to expect it. I'm like, okay, I know people, the area is gonna get crowded, okay? And then I came across this knowledge, okay? The knowledge of backdrop people, aka filler people. So these people tend to fill your area. So if your story, if your world is looking a little bare, they come just to fill it up, right? Just so things can appear normal. And I know this sounds so crazy, but this is what they said is true. So these people are like side characters, right? And they come into your life, and yes, you can interact with them and you can have a normal conversation with them. And these people come into our lives to ruffle a few feathers, right? So they say that they intentionally will anger people just so they can help them grow. So sometimes if I have a negative encounter, that thought pops up and I'm just like, okay.
I don't understand. If you have a negative encounter, you're just like, okay, hey, I guess just make it positive and continue on. Or just negate the negativity. Separate yourself from it. Yes, main character syndrome is a thing. Main character syndrome is a thing. Hey, goons, you're all my main characters. I watch all of you, and you watch me. Did you interact with the video? Did I forget to... You interact with the video, TV gang. You. I'm looking at you, please. Please.
Write down 6 positive affirmations about yourself on a piece of paper. I am powerful. I am great. I am worthy. I can do it. I will achieve greatness. All these things. Write them down. And then you're going to read them out loud to yourself 3 times a day with energy and power and meaning and conviction. And then you're going to replicate that for 9 days in a row. By the 9th day, your DNA is in the beginning stages of being rewritten. You duplicate it again, you repeat that same process. By the 3rd time through this process, or the 3rd set of doing this, all of a sudden your DNA is completely rewritten. And this has been scientifically proven. By using this technique, you actually can begin to rewrite your DNA and even deactivate genes that are not good for you and activate genes that are good for you. Your body now has shifted into a whole new frequency. Your cells begin to celebrate as you move into a whole new direction.
Real truth. If you want to understand what you are and where we are, this ebook will have answers. Check the link in the profile bio.
Man, he's feeling it. He's like, now we can change our own DNAs. We don't need CRISPR. We just need our thoughts.
Hey, you guys, I'm back with another video, and look at this setup. All those are bones. It's not even real meat. It's shaved up bones turned into ground beef, and they're feeding it to the fishes. Like, this is weird. This is gross. This is not safe. I wonder if that's what they do to the ground beef that they're giving us in the grocery stores, because that does not go well. Like, people need to do better. Look at this.
Yo, how big do the fish get? Or are they like nutritionally deficient or something? I kind of want to look at what the fish look like more than the... We're gonna get... What are the humans that eat? We're gonna keep it going.
Your grandma's flowers are cooler than you think. I'm talking about the famous hydrangea. It's a science experiment and a flower in one. Hydrangeas were thought to have originated in Japan and neighboring Asian countries, and like most things that end up in Europe, they were poached. Hydrangeas act as a natural pH indicator for your yard. The pH of your soil dictates the color of your hydrangea. The more acidic your soil, the more blue your hydrangeas. A more alkaline soil yields reds and pinks. Now those are all fun facts, but what is the science? You're gonna love this. The color of the hydrangea flower comes from a molecule known as an anthocyanin. This molecule is responsible for the reds, purples, and blacks that you see in blues that you see in a lot of flowers and plants. In a more acidic environment, the anthocyanins are protonated, which means they have an additional hydrogen ion. This change to the molecule changes how it interacts with light. So more reds and greens are absorbed in an acidic environment, leaving blue observable by the viewer, and in an alkaline environment, light is absorbed except for reds and pinks, leaving that for the viewer to see. The structure of the molecule determines how light is absorbed and what colors are left over for us to see. And many gardeners change the pH of their soil on purpose to pick the color of their flowers. Pretty cool stuff. Pre-order my book.
Very interesting. Good to know. Hey, plant those flowers in your garden.
One thing about me is that the quality of my life drastically changed once I realized I can do whatever the fuck I want. I can really do whatever the fuck I want. Like, after work today, I'm gonna practice my accordion. I'm learning how to play the accordion. Tomorrow, I'm gonna wear this massive bow on my head. You know? I could put it here. Stop it. Hold on. In my free time, I watch podcasts and I handmade puppets. Like, it's... Sorry, Grout. I spent like years of my life being embarrassed of everything that I actually wanted to do, and now I get to do all of it and not care. And actually, I do still care a little bit, but I'm having more fun than I am caring. So, if you want to learn how to play the accordion, or you want to make silly little fucking puppets, or do whatever your little heart desires, I highly recommend it. Embarrassment is just a layer you can chip through.
You do you, boo. You do you. Goons, you do you too. You do you too. You're also a boo.
So, we just seen this. Thought we'd share it with you guys. I've never seen anything like this in my life.
It's a real vivid circle rainbow around the sun, but then there's a second rainbow.
Yeah.
The video's probably not going to do it quite justice, but it's vivid, beautiful colors.
We're in Oregon, and it's Friday, June 13th, at like 1:30 in the afternoon. But
that's a trip.
Yeah, phenomenal. Thought we'd share. Love you guys.
I need a meteorologist to explain this to me. I keep seeing more circle rainbow videos. How are they all appearing now? Were they always appearing, or is it just something that recently started because we've keep it going?
Seriously, guys, this looks to me like a UFO that landed here ages ago. You don't believe me? Look at this. Look at this shape. I mean, how is this not a UFO?
Mom, so deep in here.
That is stuck on top of the roof of this castle. I'm telling you, it looks like a UFO to me.
Mom, give me.
Here. Show like the middle.
Guys. And don't you forget. Wow. In this beautiful country.
Look at that view over there.
I don't know. It is hard to say whether this metal is UFO or man-made. Could be a man-made UFO, but it definitely appears to resemble one. And when the kid put the camera in there, it looked like there were steps going down even. Don't know what I'm looking at. I do not know.
Tell me why I had to live 41 years before I realized that the little contraption in the microwave is actually the symbol for radioactive biohazard nuclear radiation. So yeah, I'm not using the microwave no more.
He still has a microwave in the house. He's definitely going to still use it. You stop it. There's nothing wrong with reheating food in the microwave as long as you're just doing food. Just reheat the food. You just do whatever you can. You don't even have to reheat the food in a microwave. You can use an oven. You can use all these other things. You do you. You do you, boo. We're doing a lot of you do you, boos.
There will be a movement driven by big corporations to take the soul away from people, to disconnect people from the higher world. And in order to do that, we have to destroy the pineal gland in people. And I followed the research on that, and amazing me what we found, the pineal gland is the most sensitive part of our central nervous system, and is highly, highly, highly sensitive to four things: aluminum, glyphosate, fluoride, and Wi-Fi. And we are the only country in the world that has pushed these four things in the last 60 years or so on everybody growing up here. There must have been an ultra-intelligence group of scientists who have designed this protocol to fluoridate the drinking water, to put nanoniced aluminum in the air, to put glyphosate in the food, and then activate it, spark it with the right frequencies.
It makes sense. They've been trying to do this for quite some time. We're the awakened goons. We're the cockroaches that are gonna live no matter what they try to do to us. We're gonna survive.
Hey, just a reminder that your debt doesn't exist. It was fabricated out of nothing, and therefore any contract that was secured with that debt can't be enforced. And if you don't believe me, just call up whoever made your loans to you, your mortgage company, your car loan, your student loan, your credit card, and ask them, hey, when you lent me this money, did you lend it from existing reserves, existing capital, or did you fabricate it out of nothing? And if they fabricated it out of nothing, it means they didn't provide you proper consideration. It means the contract can't be enforced in court. It means you can default on their loans and they can't enforce anything against you. It's just basic common law. So, you call them up if you want to, but what I would recommend is taking these banks to task, running up your credit as much as you can, get as many credit cards as you can. Go to apmex.com. I'm not affiliated, but go to apmex.com and buy gold and silver. And if you need to, if you're in a pinch and you need to go convert that to dollars for a little bit of time to go buy groceries or buy gas or whatever, you can. But if you hold on to gold and silver and the other things that you need to prepare, like food and water and energy or whatever, but make sure you get some gold and silver. If you hold on to it, the calculations that I've done based on the $315 trillion in global debt and the $4 quadrillion in derivatives is you'll be able to feed a family of four, assuming a $300 a week grocery budget, give or take, it's just a benchmark. Assuming that, you'll be able to feed a family of four on 0.34 ounces of silver a year. That's $10. So go do what you got to do. But no, your debt's not real. You got to know that. And you got to stop giving something to the banks for them giving you nothing in return. You've got to realize that that's what they're doing to you. They're stealing from you. You got to steal back from them and let them know the game is up. Good luck, everybody.
I don't know if our banks are going to believe this, but we can try. We can try. Call them up and find out, hey, did you have the reserves when you loaned me the money? What if they say yeah? Then what? Yeah, they have to prove it? Then the entire thing goes out the window. All right, we're going to do just one more to end them all.
Back there, you said the one thing that we shouldn't eat is carrots.
Carrot is not a product of life. Only the products of life could assist you. Only a product that was created by life could assimilate in you and render good. And how do we know what is created by life and what was created by a laboratory? Well, everything that nature creates, it starts from the ground and it matures and then it comes to a seed. And the seed goes back and incubates in the soil. And the following year, you have another plant like the one that just dried up. And that is continuing throughout creation. There is a seed that represents that particular product. As for carrots, it does not have a seed.
I'm a little confused. You say there is not a seed for a carrot?
There is no seed for carrots. Not only was it artificial, but it was made in Holland. I didn't know it was made in Holland, but I knew it was artificial because I have to look at things from a natural perspective. And when I look at nature, nature just doesn't create starches, number one. And nature reproduces herself without the aid of a man. Of course, I make that statement because the information that they got about carrots and about certain foods were not as consistent as they believed they were.
Bros, I'm spiraling. I didn't think carrots was an issue, but now Dr. Sebi going, carrots aren't real. Neither are potatoes or beets. I'm like, bro, what the hell? What the hell? What about ginger? What about all the vegetables, the root vegetables that don't... Are root vegetables all just meant... Are all vegetables... Oh my god. I'm spiraling. I'm spiraling. You made it to the end. How'd you do, boo? How'd you do, goons? How'd you do, boo? Oh boy. Oh boy. Backgrounds change. That's about, people gonna either love it or people gonna be like, Daddy, why'd you do it? You stop it. The YouTube ad guys say no. YouTube ad guys say no. We need to make some monetization dinero here, and so you gotta play by the game. I will see you guys next time. There should be videos on the screen now. Click on either one of them. Continue the Goon Fix. The one in the middle, you can subscribe. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Triple G's. Wake up, wake up, wake up.